Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can Fly. How do you rent an airplane? Fantastic question. Let's go. Okay, so in the last video, I basically show you how I rented the aircraft. Now the aircraft is rented. It's time to fly. So let's go on and get in little Sammy and let's get into the sky, baby. Let's get it. Clipper up! Alright, so what we're going to do, since this is all about renting aircraft, let me make sure that everything is good. So oil temp, oil pressure looks good. They got a new attitude indicator. It is electric. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, let's get this. Enter half left, half up. Very good. Let's enter. Alright, so you can see all the other Cessnas are coming back. And we've got everything going on, so we don't need to lean because we lean above 3,000. Flaps are in the up position. Avionics are on. Let's get the weather.
Zulu. Wind calm.
Alright, very good. Alright, so we're going to just go over to wings. Alright, let's go up, check our brakes. Of course, see how somebody had that wheel turned? I hate that. Alright, brakes look good. So see how when I first started off, it turned immediately? That's because somebody they parked it with the landing gear, with the front landing gear turned all the way to the left. So that's why I try not to do that. Alright, so everything is good. I have checked my weather, and like I said, this is going to be a real quick flight. We'll land over in wings, and we'll fly back. Keep it simple, keep it short. But as you can see, renting an aircraft is really not that hard to do. It's all pretty much automated. So there's a lot of people coming back in after having flown. Some students have flown.
Doylestown traffic, what's the active runway?
Everybody seems to be using 23.
Roger, 23. Thank you so much, 226.
All right, yeah, just anytime you can help out another pilot, I always like to do that. I love the courtesy of pilots. I mean, that's the thing that I just love. All right, so I'm going to come up here and do my run up, and I'll see you when we are about to head on out. All right, let's do flight controls. Back and forth. That one's up, that one's down. That one's up, that one's down. Everything seems 3 and correct. All right, let's take her up to Doylestown traffic. Cessna 94006 departing runway 23 out to the southwest, Doylestown. All right, nobody's coming on final. And field is clear. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got. Into the sun. I see 23, 23, 23. All right, heels to the floor.
Traffic,
full power.
Setting up to enter left downwind. Runway 23. Doylestown.
All right, oil temp, oil pressure, suction. All look good. Airspeed is alive. And we'll be popping off shortly. And there he goes.
Traffic, Super Cruiser 5 miles north.
Whoa, little Sammy. Cooking. Cooking, baby, cooking. All right, I'm looking for traffic. All right, so we're climbing on out. It is really hazy out here today. It was foggy this morning. I mean, and I think the field, the visibility was like a third of a mile. It was crazy. All right, just looking for traffic here. Doing a nice easy cruise climb because, like I said, I'm not flying too far today. This is really just about what it is to rent an aircraft. And we're actually flying towards wings. Gonna go out a little bit. All right, we're gonna stay here at 25. So look at that glare.
Mama traffic, such a...
Isn't that crazy?
20 miles.
Now, since it is...
Wings traffic on 2462, Fox Left Alpha, turning left base, runway 24.
24, good, okay. All right, so just looking for wings. Everybody's doing 24. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Gonna stay here. All right, cool. So we're gonna do 24 and let it do what it do. So just before I make my first call into wings, so this is how you see it's not really that difficult. You see, I did it within, what, 5 minutes? The most important thing is making sure you have all of your ducks in a row in terms of your medical stuff. Oh, and one of the things I will say is you will want to have renter's insurance. I know there's some places that don't ask for it. I suggest you get it yourself. I really do. You should have your own renter's insurance. I mean, it just, you know, for your own peace of mind. When I rent over at Northeast Philadelphia Airport, they have insurance there. Wings required it, and so does Doylestown. I would just say just get it anyway. You know, it just makes good sense. All right, let me make my call. Wings Field, Cessna 94006, about 10 to the northeast, inbound for runway 24 Wings. All right, so TPA, traffic pattern altitude at Wings is 1500. Got to make sure I do that and stay safe that way. And I put in an approach. It's a visual approach on my ForeFlight, just to kind of get used to using that. See how that looks and how that plays, and if that helps with airport spotting and that kind of thing. And I'm going to be starting my descent pretty soon. So look at this layer out here. I mean, it's just, and it's going to be deteriorating over time. So that's something to be paying attention to for sure. So I am really excited about this electronic attitude indicator that they have. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's start our descent here. So Carb Heat is going to come in, and I see the buildings. I don't see the field yet. And Wings traffic 5 to the north, going to do a cross midfield for left downwind for runway 24 Wings. And I see somebody on the field. Keep it at 1500. Watch your speed. You need to start slowing down anyway. And that's the only thing about these quick flights. Everything happens so quick. You know what I mean? It's just kind of crazy. All right, so taxi landing light is on. And Wings traffic, Cessna 94006, overflying midfield for left downwind for runway 24. Got the departing traffic in sight, Wings. All right, don't get too slow. Don't get too low. Second notch of flaps. And Wings traffic, Cessna 94006, turning final 24 Wings. All right, I'm high as I'm always am at Wings.
Okay, let's go ahead and get little Sammy on the ground.
All right, we are in that spot. And we're good. Could have made the first turn, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, flaps up. Taxi landing light is coming off. So that's pretty much it. So let me see. We're going to take it back to Doylestown. But that's pretty much it. So I'll take you with my takeoff. We'll go back to Doylestown so I can do this whole flight. And you can see how quick this is. I mean, it is such a quick flight. All right, so I'm taxiing back. You see the Archer, this landing there that is in the pattern. Doing some flight training, I would take it. Now, with this rental, it includes both the hours and the fuel. So it is a wet rate. Yeah, so it includes fuel. So this plane is $114 an hour, which is a steal in this area. And that's why I did most of my instrument rating, cross-country time building in this aircraft, because it's just economical. All right, so before takeoff, cabin doors, windows, and lock, seat belts, engine gauges are normal. Fuel quantity is sufficient. Flight instruments all look good. Flight controls feel good. All right, trim, set for takeoff. Flaps are up. Mixture is full rich. Carb heat is cold. Exterior lights are going to come on. Nav light beacon is already on. And throttle friction. All right, so back to Doylestown, and you'll see how quick this is. This whole flight, what, an hour? Tops. Maybe, if that. All right, I don't hear anybody calling on final. Nobody is on the field, and we are good to go. All right, Wings Field, Cessna 94006 is departing runway 24. We're going to go out to the northeast to Doylestown.
That's okay. Aircraft taking off on 24. We can turn where we can land 24.
Okay, definitely didn't want to cause any confusion. I heard you calling for sick.
Okay, no problem. 319 Alpha.
All right, wings traffic. Cessna 94006, departing runway 24, out to the northeast wings. All right. Just wanted to make sure we were good to go. Wheels to the floor, full power.
Inbound for left downwind 24.
Full power. Engine instruments are in the green. Oil temp, oil pressure, suction. All look good. Airspeed is alive.
Basically, in that takeoff sequence, what you were hearing is there was a Pilatus that had called. They were 15 miles out and they were coming on 6. I was going out on 2-4, so that's what I wanted to make sure that we got clear. And since it was Pilatus, I know they can move pretty quickly, so...
Yeah, I'll be looking for that Pilatus for sure. Because he's going to be screaming. So he's in the northwest. Endorse on traffic, that's a 94006, turning left downwind for runway 23, door south. Western speed, very good. Alright, let's get that first notch of flaps in. That nose coming down. One thing I like about landing at Doylestown is you got all these little farms in front of it. And Doylestown traffic, Cessna 94006, turning left base, runway 23, Doylestown. I just did 23 at wings. Alright, second notch of flaps. Stay coordinated, watch your speed. Lift that wing up, where are we? A little low. A little low there, brother. In Doylestown traffic, Cessna 94006, turning final, runway 23, Doylestown. Alright, last notch of flaps. Right into the sun. Alright, so we're lined up. This looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Speed is good. Rate of descent is good. A little high. A little high.
Okay, let's go ahead and get little Sammy on the ground.
Stay coordinated. Stay coordinated. Stay coordinated. Ground effect. Stall horn. And a greaser.
Oh, what a greaser.
Yes, sir.
10 out of 10.
All right, so welcome back to Doylestown. Parked back in that same spot. So that's it. You see me rent, get the keys, fly, and land. So now I'll show you the back end stuff, and we'll go from there. So let me get this thing parked, and I'll show you what we have to do next.
And if you remember last week when we talked about renting the aircraft, I showed you how I had to do the HOVs and the TAC in the airport, and then I took the key and returned it back to the FBO. And so that's it. So you saw last week how I actually rented the aircraft. This was the resulting flight, and that's pretty much it. As you can see, it is pretty easy. Once you have all your paperwork in a row and you've done your flight review, not your flight review, but your checkout and all that kind of stuff, you can start renting. All right, that's it. Russ Kid, Russ Can Fly. I'm out. Peace.